Just 19 years old, he's been voted by the fans to start in next Sunday's All-Star game, making him the youngest player in NBA All-Star history. Bob Costas spoke with the Lakers' second-year sensation.
A week from now, you'll be introduced not just as an All-Star, but at age 19, the youngest starting All-Star ever. This is a big national coming-out party for Kobe Bryant.
The stage is set, Madison Square Garden. You know, I've never fully played the game there ever before. I just heard stories about it, and I can't wait to get out there, hear the introductions, run out there on the court. New York City is going to be bananas, but that's what I'm looking forward to.
You see similarities in his game as well as my game, and I think if he maintains a certain mental approach, he can become a great professional basketball player.
All these Michael Jordan comparisons, very flattering, obviously. Would you agree with this, though, that even if it's possible to imagine a player somehow as good as Michael Jordan, the circumstances will never be the same? So there'll be a first Kobe Bryant, a first Grant Hill, but there will not be another Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to get at, what I want people to understand. You know, when Dr. J was retiring, Michael came into the league and people were comparing Mike with Dr. J. People always make comparisons, but it's up to the own individual throughout the years who's going to create his own identity.
We've got a little show going on here between number 23 and number 8.
When you played against Jordan in December in Chicago, great game. You had 33, he had 36, and there was conversation going on. What was that conversation like?
We were just talking about a couple moves. You get a chance to go up against one of the best basketball players that ever played this game. Learn, and most importantly, compete.
Was he helpful?
Yeah, he was very helpful. He was very helpful. I remember he gave me a couple bits of advice here and there.
Anything you want to divulge?
No, I can't give you all that kind of information. If I tell you, I have to eliminate you.
Well, in that case, withhold it. Kobe, how old were you when you were first able to beat your dad one-on-one?
14.
14?
14, that was the first time I ever beat him.
Was that a big moment?
It was a big moment for me. My father used to beat up on me a lot. And then my mother would come outside and watch the games, and he would stop throwing elbows all of a sudden, stop cheating on the score, and I got him. That's the last time I played him.
Your parents moved in with you in Pacific Palisades. How's that working out?
Oh, it's great. It's beautiful. I had my parents there with me. They're my backbone. It's been like this for 19 years. So I didn't see any reason to change it simply because I made the jump to go to the NBA.
I don't mean to oversimplify things, but it seems like you're able to walk the line between what remains of your youth and still enjoying it and viewing yourself as a kid to the extent that that's appropriate, but also step up into the NBA and take care of yourself. You're comfortable with 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out, huh?
I mean, I am 19. I'm very, very young. But at the same time, basketball has no age. Jump shot has no age. Crossover has no age. So when I'm out there playing, I'm playing hard. I'm fitting in just with the rest of the guys. But off the court, I'm 19 years old. So I'm just going to have fun like a 19-year-old would.
There's certainly been other notable NBA players to skip college, go to the NBA straight out of high school, like Moses Malone and Kevin Garnett. But unlike those players, Kobe Bryant has a dad who played in the league. How much of a head start has that given him, John?
That's a huge head start. I mean, his father was a pro. His son becomes a pro. You're happy, you know, any kind of job. He was born into the NBA, and he was over in Europe with his father, so he got to see things, a different perspective on life. So he came here as a 19-year-old kid, but with a life of a 30-year-old, so he's well advanced.
Let's look at the student and the teacher. They got Kobe driving, but he'll try to use the teacher's move on him. Jordan shuts him down. Then Jordan comes down and says, let me show you this one. Bam! Okay, now let me see if you can get this one. Okay, the back cut. Did you catch that one, young fella?
Here is Kobe to the baseline for the slam. He's got 10. And the foul is on Chicago.
You see Kobe going baseline, and he elevates with two hands, and he jumps off the wrong foot, which throws Luke Longley off balance, and he's able to elevate over top of him. They're trying to weather the storm here to get back into it.
Intercepted by Bryant. Jordan is back with him. Kobe fouled by Michael. And before the shot, no basket.
And when you got the young legs and the young energy, you want to keep pushing. You want to keep forcing the envelope. You don't want to let Chicago rest. Every chance you get, you want to push the ball up court just as LA is doing.
That's the first on Michael. Kobe unleashes a three. Oh, it's there!
See, the Chicago guys are standing around right now.
Considering present and especially future ability, 2 of the 5 you take might be Shaq and Kobe, and we talked with Shaquille O'Neal about that.
Throughout the history of basketball, every great team always had a 1-2 punch. Isaiah and Lambert, Magic and Kareem, Bird and McHale, and I think myself and Kobe Bryant will become our 1-2 punch. You know, he has a great heart, great scoring ability. You know, he could do a lot of things. He plays good defense, and I think that, you know, we're going to be the future. He's 19. I'm still young. I'm only 25. But I think that, you know, that's our 1-2 punch.
Bryant into the lane, and he was fouled at 7 Eastern, 6 Central on NBC tonight. That's still his career high, and this is second season. A 34-11 quarter for the Lakers. 10 of the points in the period belonging to All-Star Eddie Jones. We'll be right back after these messages from your local station. You're watching the NBA on NBC. Compare Kobe Bryant to Michael Jordan and talk about Kobe being the next Michael. And of course, that's extravagant. No matter whom you're talking about, there'll never be another Michael Jordan any more than there'll be another Elvis Presley or Babe Ruth or Muhammad Ali. Wennington back with it. But one huge difference is if Bryant and Shaq remain teammates, how in the world is Kobe Bryant, even though he's not the least bit bashful, how is he going to average 25, 26 shots a game as Michael Jordan has for a good portion of his career when Shaquille O'Neal takes more shots than almost anybody else in the league? There's probably some wiggle room, but he hasn't said anything to the contrary, and there is Bryant reminding us that just in case Michael goes, there'll still be some excitement left in the NBA.
And you got Kobe coming down, doing his Jordan imitation, the scoop. You know, he comes down and he gives him the up fake, up and under finger roll off the glass. See, that's called the low finger roll.
Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan. Bryant is on him. MJ over him. One with the rebound.
See, I loved playing in the All-Star game. It was the ultimate playground game.
Speaking of playground, Kobe goes behind the back and then drops it through.
See, it's showtime now in the form. You got Kobe behind the back, reversed off the glass. See, he brings him baseline, and then he stops shift, takes it behind his back. Pippen goes by him, and then he goes up real with a nice little soft touch. I know his daddy didn't teach him that move because Joe Jellybean Bryant didn't have that.
Let's go back to the game in December. We were talking about this earlier. In December, they were talking quite a bit while standing next to each other as free throws were taken. And the same thing going on here. Let's see what happens.
Well, Kobe's a smart player, you know, and what he's trying to do right now is he wants to touch Michael Jordan. He wants to feel him, you know. He wants to know that he's human, and he doesn't want Michael to think that he's backing down from the challenge. However, he respects him, and he wants to get close enough to him so he can rob him of his knowledge. Kobe Bryant is trying to steal Michael Jordan's game, not only physically, but mentally.
Kobe out of the corner, Pippen up on him. Fires over it, and hits.
That's weak.
And there's Ori on the Laker bench. And a big hand for Kobe Bryant as he goes out, likely not to return with 3:03 remaining. So that does it. The Lakers by 25, 112-87. Ahmad will talk with Kobe Bryant when we come back.
Shot back in L.A. with Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. Now, a lot was said before this game, like this wasn't a statement game, it's just another game. But you guys did make a statement that you guys are no joke.
We just wanted to be the great Bulls team at home. And, you know, a lot of times Kobe gets credit and I get credit. But today, I think Corey Blunt and Mario Bennett was our inspiration. You know, those guys never get much playing time, but they came in, they rebounded the ball well. And we just did what we were supposed to do, win at home.
And Kobe, you know, there's so much made about the matchup between you and Michael Jordan, the heir apparent. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, tonight I just really wanted to come out and play hard against them, and I played a lot with my emotions. And I just needed to relax and let the game come to me a little bit. But, you know, it's a learning experience, and I love matching up with Mike. And it's a great challenge for me.
All right, I will see both of you in New York next weekend. We'll have an all-star time, all right?
You know it. Love you, Mommy. Love you, Tracy. Love you, Mommy.
All right, back to you, Bob.
All right, Ahmad. One more commercial break, and Isaiah Thomas will rejoin us. We'll wrap things up from the Great Western Forum in a minute.